Alrighty, so I just got a Bloodthirster a little while ago. I'm kind of expanding my corn, blades of corn for AOS army, and then of course it works for my corn army for 40k that I have too. So, and I saw a lot of videos, a couple online about magnetizing them, and so I decided to do that and throw up my own little video of kind of how I did it and where I put stuff in. So one of the things that I did is you'll see here for the wings is I put some magnets in there, and that was a bit of a tricky one. So let me do this. So I got a picture of it. So let me put those up real quick, and then we can kind of talk about them, how I did that. So hold on here. So with these pictures is just basically showing the position of the magnets that I put in there and kind of using green stuff to get them in there. So that's about it. Okay, so now that you kind of saw that, basically with those pictures is I put some larger magnets back there with some smaller ones to kind of do that. I had to use green stuff to kind of hold them in place and glue one at a time down, or else they would start to kind of stick together. So it was a little bit difficult, but, and then with these guys, what you'll see is I put in magnets. I kind of drilled this out a little bit and put magnets in there and across there. So in the end, what had happened is they actually go together pretty good. Oops, okay, let me see here. Now that I say that, it's like not going together. Okay, there we go. So they kind of snap in, and then this one can snap in over here. And that's it. They actually hold up pretty well. So like putting a couple magnets in there, I could pick it up from by the wings, and they don't come out. They don't flop around. So, which is works out pretty good. The other thing, just to talk a little bit about the base, because I'm doing like a cork kind of base, and it's going to be lava like the rest of my stuff. But I also pinned it all the way through, and then put like a thing there to pin it, just to make sure that it kind of held up a little bit. So then one thing to point out that I didn't really see in the videos is the arms that I used was for this arms. So basically, you know, figuring that this is the most important one that needs both of them to be in there. So once again, magnets, you know, magnets here. I did fill in a little bit of green stuff on there, just to kind of fill in a little bit of the gaps. I mean, it's not like perfect, but just to kind of make sure that it was still flat and can fit in there. But I mean, it stays on there really good, doesn't wobble, all that type of stuff. So, and then of course the other axe, I really only needed to use one axe for them. Once again, did a little bit of green stuff that kind of stands there in place. There's the flail that I did too. Now the flail, what I had to do is there's a piece that is part of the arm that's actually a part of the arm. So you have to cut that off and then glue that together, so it kind of makes another hand. And then of course kind of cut these things off. So with this, which is kind of nice, is it will you know, basically like that, and it stands, for the most part it was okay. There we go. Once you get it into like its certain spot, it should, oh, there we go. Oh, that's what it is. Let me get it in here. There we are. So once it gets into that spot, it should stay pretty well. Starting to move a little bit, but I try to fix that. For the most part, it was staying pretty good. So, you know, if it moved around, it didn't really flop around or anything like that. So, which is good. And then the one tricky part that I found was this one, because it always like flopped around, didn't do that. So once again, I had to do some green stuff here, and I kind of put a couple pins in there. And then what you'll see in there, so a couple pins drilled there. So once you snap those in, you know, now that thing doesn't flop around, you know, because that was kind of the problem and what you see a lot of times with, with a lot of them is that the whip, you know, flops around a lot. So now that's all pretty sturdy. So, and then that's it. So then hopefully you paint them all up and get them going. But, you know, it's, I like, obviously, for the different weapons, you know, I think it's key. But just for storage, being able to take these things off is just going to make it so much easier, you know, for moving it around and everything like that. So that's it. So thanks for watching. Thought I'd just share this and appreciate it. All right, bye.